Well, boys, looks like my time has come, and my time is now to talk about Pokimane. So there's been some pretty big allegations coming up against Pokimane recently on Twitter, and the whole situation is really fucked up, to be honest. Now, of course, you guys are probably thinking to yourself, for fuck's sake, this girl cannot stay out of the news or drama for fucking 10 minutes. It seems as though it's like every week or every other week we gotta find some weird story to talk about Pokimane. Now, most of them aren't so serious, but this one is actually pretty serious, and it actually kind of threatens somebody's career. Well, kinda. It more like opens up to a whole different situation that's going on. Now, this whole situation stems from a guy named Fedmyster. Fedmyster, he has a YouTube channel and a Twitch account. Pokimane and all her friends run a Twitch, house, offline TV. They run a whole big thing, and Fedmyster was part of offline TV. He was part of offline TV until some very serious allegations of sexual harassment and stuff came about. Pretty much just got absolutely Me Too'd. Now, I'll give you the backstory of all this. So, pretty much, Fedmyster, he had a history, of getting drunk and stuff. One of the girls, Ivani, if you can correct me in the comments about how to say her name, I don't know. I don't want to go through the time and figure it out. But he pretty much was drunk one night, went into her room, kissed her hand, made her pretty uncomfortable. And then she put a thing out on Twitter, which, got all, made it seem, well, she didn't, but a bunch of people made it seem like, oh my God, Fedmyster was raping her or was gonna rape her. But Fedmyster, while he was drunk, realized she wasn't into it, apologized later, I'm pretty sure. And he apologized and left and, again, apologized. I've said that 4 fucking times. But, again, he gets drunk again. I think he did it again to Ivani. And then there were also some allegations that Pichu made against. So pretty much all the girls had, made allegations against him. But while all this was going on, he pretty much had a relationship with Pokimane. I can show you a couple stuff, but I really don't want to. Because it's pretty much Pokimane and Fedmyster sexting, and it was very cringy to look at. But this whole situation stems from pretty much around that. There was also an allegation that, I almost said PewDiePie, Pokimane made against him that he wanted to get Yvonne fired. It's pretty much their manager, or she is their manager. I'm fairly sure. I don't know everything about fucking offline TV. There's some allegation was made against him that he wanted, but he pretty much disproved this fact in a 25-page essay trying to explain. Now, I read this entire thing, but while I was reading it and trying to understand what the actual fuck was going on, I was thinking to myself, couldn't you just put it in 1 paragraph or less, please? But then again, I understood this was a very serious situation going on. He did need a lot of time to explain himself, but I feel like I lost 20 minutes of my life trying to fucking comprehend what the hell I was reading. And in this, 25-page essay, he pretty much goes and he disproves and he gives his point of view on all the situations that were going on, all the things that were going on against him and Pokimane, and pretty much he kind of exposes that Pokimane is not a great person. Who knew? Now, throughout this whole 25-page essay, he was essentially giving on what his relationship with Pokimane was, and it's pretty sad to see, not gonna lie. It's sad to see. Now, throughout all this, he shows, their text messages, and, he remembers conversations and stuff they had, which pretty much kind of put them in a relationship. It was like one of those relationships. Well, technically it wasn't a relationship, but I'm fucking calling it a relationship. You guys are pretty much dating. You guys were in this relationship to the point you guys were sexting. Oh God. And you guys were romantic. In the text messages, I'm probably not gonna put a picture of them up, because they're just gross. And at the same time, it's you guys were pretty romantic. You guys were talking about, sex and a bunch of stuff in your text messages. So don't try and play it off, Pokimane, that, oh, we weren't romantic. Bullshit you were. Fedmyster put out, in the thing, real fucking text messages of you guys pretty much sexting. Now, before I get too far and too deep into this, I do want to let you guys know that I may be wrong about some. I'm most probably definitely wrong about a couple things in here. I'm normally wrong about a couple things in my videos. I have bad takes, But so I want to make sure that you guys go down in the comments, be respectful and everything of others, and, tell me, like, if I got something wrong, tell me what I got wrong. So hopefully in, like, a pinned comment or another video, if this, like, whole situation blows up into something even bigger, I can address those situations and, get the truth out. Because at this point, it's just my opinion. So just want to let you guys know. So let's get back into this. Now, a couple months ago, when this whole Fedmyster thing was going down, not the situation going on right now, when Fedmyster released his statement and everything, but when all this was going on, Pokimane and, like, all the offline TV members were on their stream stuff, talking about the situation and everything. Pokimane made the claims that, he was manipulative, he was trying to kick people out, but in the actual evidence, not technically, it's just in Fedmyster's story, it pretty much proves that Pokimane was the manipulative one. She led him on fucking forever. She led him on for a long time. Which, if there are any girls watching this, don't fucking lead people on. It's annoying as shit. Like, I don't like it when I see my friends getting led on by girls. It's an annoying fucking thing that girls try and do or will do, and it's just like a piece of shit move. So don't fucking do it. So Fedmyster pretty much came out, and Yvonne, we're going to go back to her, or Yvonne or Ivani, she pretty much, and when the situation was going on, Pokimane pretty much came to everyone and was like, she's taking the more content creator route, she's being lazy, all that stuff, But Pokimane in her live stream pretty much said that it was Fedmyster who was doing it. But in Fedmyster's response, he showed that there was evidence, text messages and stuff, that it was Pokimane who was doing it. So Pokimane was pretty much manipulating everyone and just destroying pretty much the house. Am I saying that Fedmyster is completely innocent in all this? No, I'm not, because, he still did the things with Ivani and Lily Pichu and a bunch of people. And, you hold that against him, like, that's going to be held against him. He already stated in his response that he has privately apologized to Ivani and Lily Pichu and Pokimane, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he's not out of the blue, but this whole situation is royally fucked. So Pokimane essentially led him on, like, he thought they were a thing, so that was another thing that they had going between them. Like, the sexting messages, again, are fucking strange as shit. Like, oh my god. So Fedmyster thought they were a thing. Pokimane, didn't think they were a thing. I think she was still seeing other guys. Fedmyster thought they were a thing. So he made a couple comments about things like, oh, we had kind of a thing going on between us. Oh, we got a thing going on. But, that wasn't actually the case. But, it's an honest mistake. He made a mistake, so I won't hold that against him. But pretty much there was some resentment that Pokimane kind of built up against him with that. Well, not resentment, probably. But, it was a bit of resentment, and, it was just an honest mistake, so whatever. Now, my rundown on the situation, it seems Pokimane is super manipulative. He fucking led somebody on for months, and it was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, reading his response was actually kind of sad. Like, this whole... you're reading his whole thing, and it's like, oh my god, this is really sad to look at. Like, I'm fucking reading, it's like reading, some really sad novel that's going on, and it's, when you're reading it, you're like, okay, you're trying to understand, but it's a little confusing at times. I know Pokimane kind of responded to this whole situation in her I never watched her live stream because I didn't care. But if somebody wants to go in the comments and say, like, the things she addressed, I've watched a couple bits and pieces where she's addressed, but it kind of conflicts, like, what Fedmyster has said. And, a couple of the, messages that they were sending between them. Like, in her live stream, she stated, like, oh, I never actually let him on. But pretty much, you let him on. Like, you see the messages, and it's like, no, Pokimane, you let him on, and you let him on pretty hard. Now, of course, I'm going to state it again. I don't fully understand the situation. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty much like high school drama just taken to an extreme over the internet. But yeah, like, I don't know what the hell to believe. I believe kind of both stories are both parties, I think, are at fault in all this. Each person has a part to play in all this. Not mainly just Fedmyster and Pokimane. I'm not talking about anybody else. Like, you both kind of fucked up in this whole situation. Now, if somebody in the comments wants to dispute me and all this, it's fine. I'm going to say it again. I don't fully understand what's happening. I believe both parties on what they say, except for the parts that Pokimane says that completely contradicts the evidence, and parts that contradict evidence. But yeah, I think that'll be for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, make sure to like, subscribe. Follow me on my social medias in the description below. Hopefully, I'll make sure I link the whole essay in the comments and, the description as well. Make sure you give me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.